So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining. This is YPDP, the Young Professional Development Program Online Fellowship, Cohort 3 graduation ceremony. Um, I will be serving as the moderator for this occasion. My name is Charles Tupac. I'm the program secretary. So, I'm happy that every one of you were able to join at this time. The program is exclusively for YPDP fellows, the 2020 cohorts. We have been through a lot in this year, being highly hit by the disruption caused by the global pandemic, the coronavirus. Uh, Nevertheless, we remain resilient and we are happy that everyone who participated in our program will be like happy and working out with flying colors today. Uh, Not being so much affected by the coronavirus in terms of leaving us and going ahead. So we are glad to have you with us up to now, where you'll be able to complete a very long journey that you started a few months back. So to our guests who we have invited to join us in making this occasion very unique, we want to say thank you and welcome. And we hope that the few time we have to spend here will be very, very worth it. So thank you. With that being said, and not wasting much of our time, as time is not in our favor, we'd like to dive into our program sheet and take an opening remarks from our executive director, Mr. Maurice Sharif. So, Maurice,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me a great pleasure to be here today to share your joys, smiles, and celebrate you on your graduation ceremony today. This is indeed a big day for you graduates. It is my honor to be with you here, and my warmest congratulations to you all. This is an important day for you and a regular part of any commencement day. It is a day to applaud your success, to reflect on your accomplishment, and to think about the future you have ahead. There is no questions. The confinement today is one of the many successes that you are after. There is no question to that your accomplishment today have earned you the respect of your fellow classmates, your mentors, and as well as the YPDP faculties. You should be proud of yourself today. Since the establishment of YPDP here back for now, the YPDP has been offering a full range of free employment, in-service, advanced ethical training programs, a new world of opportunity, as well as describe it to the learners of the useful age, regardless the abilities of each participant. For our graduates today, I congratulate you not only on the learning opportunity I will giving you, the passions that have been installed in you, but even more so on the finding of the aspirations and the goal you pursue in your future endeavor. Today, you are armed with one of the most important tools needed to give you in your path ahead. I'm not talking about the certificate in itself you will get today. It is about what you have learned along the way, what you will do with the education you have achieved in this journey, this program, to this graduation ceremony today. This is what will really count. I am feeling much sure You won't simply be expecting smooth navigation into your future journey ahead of you. Disappointments, mistakes, even more, all will come in a single package of growing with success and determination. So be very proud of yourself, be committed and determined. I thank you all.
Thank you, ED. Thank you for that powerful opening statement. We all heard it. It's been a long journey for every one of us with YPDP. So we expect a lot of you, a lot more from you as you go back into your community. Do not just take your certificate and hang it out there, as the ED rightly said, but go out as a change agent and then make the necessary impacts you can in your community. That's where you are being empowered for. Thank you so much, ED, for that powerful opening statement. Um, we have very two distinct personalities uh, gracing our occasion who will be giving us the very uh, last words of encouragement and last words of learning as we step out of the doors of cohort 3 today. One of them being a very outstanding and enthusiastic youth who is very much key and particular about empowering and building the capacity of young people uh, in Africa and that of his own country, Liberia. We are proud and honored to welcome Mr. HCC, the Executive Director for the President Young Professional Program of Liberia. Mr. CC, we'd like to say you are highly welcome to give us a motivational talk.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'd like to say hi to every one of you, wherever you are today, and I'd like to thank the organizers and those who lead this institution for giving me the opportunity. I firstly want to note here that when you told me you wanted me to do a motivational talk, I think it's the other way around. It's you who motivate me because I usually tell people that the work I do is motivated by the quest for learning by young people, the commitment and willingness demonstrated by young people to make a change, the insight by young people that the Africa we dream about will only be realized if we young people work towards making that dream a reality. So I want to say thanks to you all. Today I just want to talk to you a little bit and just share my own opinion on how relevant are you to national development? How relevant are you to economic growth? How relevant are you to political changes? In short, I just want to tell you, I want to talk about you being the driver of change, you being the catalyst of taking home that which we've been talking about for so long in Africa. When we present Africa as a continent that has a lot of resources, a continent that should be competing with other continents in the world. We've been saying this like a dream. We've been like waking up in the morning and explaining a dream that we've had during the night. But the question has always been, and a lot of people have asked this question, is that who's going to implement that dream? You know, I've always said that dreams will only remain dreams so long you sleep. As long as you sleep, dreams will always remain dreams. When you wake up is when you turn the dreams into reality. And then you get to realize that young people are the backbone of every country, of every nation, of every institution, of every society. Because eventually, accept it as a fact or not, the youth today are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. They'll either become good leaders or they become bad leaders. But at the end of the day, they are going to be the leaders. It's not a good thing to keep reminding the older folks about, those in their 60s and 70s right now, because by the time you all reach in your 50s, they will not be around. If they are around, the only thing we might be getting from them at the time is their experience, their experiences and their words of wisdom. What we do at that time will be rested on our shoulders, and preparing ourselves now is the best thing we can do to take up the mantle when it is placed in our hands. You all will agree with me today that the world, especially Africa, and most especially sub-Saharan Africa, is experiencing what we refer to as youth bulge. A huge part of the population are young people. Most people present this fact in the negative, considering that most people think that young people are good for nothing. And I work with the President's Young Professionals Program, a public service leadership program for young people. We have tried to refute that perception that young people are good for nothing. We've tried to present a counter argument to that and say that young people are the solution Africa has right now. And note, I don't want to say Africa need, no. The solution to Africa's problem right now is the youth population that is growing exponentially. And if nations going to take advantage of the growing population of young people who are so eager, who have all the energy, who are bringing in to bear their talents in technology, who are innovating every day, who are being creative in every approach, it is time that we consider these people as a vital component of national development. But even while we make the argument for young people as relevant to national development, I want to spend a little bit of my time today to say, when that time reaches, where will you be? You know, it's a huge argument in Africa that young people are denied a lot of opportunities. They are denied employment opportunities. They are denied decision-making opportunities. They are denied political opportunities. They are denied a lot of opportunities that are supposed to help young people reach their full potential. I am saying today, if you were given a seat at the table, what do you bring to the table? And the reason why I'm emphasizing on what do you bring to the table today is the reason why you are graduating from Cohort 3 today. The reason why you took upon yourself to set yourself on the journey and acquire additional value. I am an employer. My organization, we do quasi-employment because we recruit young college graduates and we train them over the period of 2 years, and we expose them to better and stable job opportunities. And I tell people that in the employment industries, people don't look for jobs. Jobs look for people. That is why when we publish a vacancy, we say we are looking for a qualified accountant. When you apply for the job, you are telling me that the qualified accountant you are looking for, I am the one. So I'm saying today that when we young people explore into the socio-political, economic, and other structures of the society, we should be exploring these structures of this society, asking ourselves the big question, what am I thinking? With me. I know you all are from different sectors. You are from different disciplines. If we had the chance to go around in the room here and ask you what you want to do, I would imagine what your mindsets are, where you want to go, where you want to see yourself in the next 5 years, where you want to see yourself in the next 10 years. My question to you is not in the next 5 years or in the next 10 years. My question to you is now. What are you doing now? So when you get into the next 5 years dream, you'll be prepared for that which you've been asking yourself all the while. Africa will change. This is an undisputable fact. The Africa we see today is going to change drastically over the period of time, and it's going to compete with the world. I mean, this is nothing you can argue about. When we look at what the world needs and what the world is relying on right now, everything the world needs and the world relies on is in Africa. But one of the valuable assets Africa has is its youth population. And that is what we need to turn around for the better. Now, the older generation may not see you as an asset. The older generation may not see you as the solution to Africa's problem. The government may not see you. Institutions and organizations may not see you. They may try to think that, okay, you're not ready yet to be at the table. I want you to agree to yourself that the reason why you say I am not ready is because I am preparing myself now. And tomorrow, you're not going to ask me whether I'm ready or not. Because when you interact with me, you definitely know that I'm the next CEO. When you interact with me, you definitely know that I'm the next Dangote or I'm the next Mo Ibrahim. When you interact with me, you know I'm the next Nana Akufo-Addo or I am the next, because they will not be there tomorrow. 10 years from now, these people will not be there. 15 years from now, they will not be there. You will be there. And you are telling yourself today and indirectly telling them that everything I'm doing now is I'm preparing myself for the moment where you step out and I'll be able to step in the plate. And not just stepping in the plate, but stepping in the plate and making the plate different. Bringing in a new air of transparency, bringing in a new air of accountability, bringing in a new air of professionalism. The areas at which Africa is struggling with today. You listen to the news and listen across the continent and all the countries around, you hear of high and rampant corruption. Folks, I may not be able to provide statistics around this today as I speak to you, but I know one of the underpinning factor for high corruption is incompetency. It's when you have the wrong people in the right place. Folks, I'm telling you today that if Africa is going to change, we need to be the right people in the right place. We need to be those who are going to say that whatever I am doing is not for me. It's for my country. It's for my society. It's for my family. It's for my friends. And it's for the general public. Like I said, I'm so happy today to speak to you. And when I was asked to talk, I was like, what am I going to say to these brilliant minds? Because I'm very careful when I talk to young people nowadays, because they know far more than me. You know, when I talk to Sharif about technology, Sharif just says some things sometimes. I'm like, okay, Sharif, you want to explain what you just said to me? I'm old school. I may be a young man, but I'm old school, folks. But I'm careful when I talk to young people because young people are transcending barriers. Look, they are transcending what we refer to as, look, there is no more barrier anymore. And if a lot of you have been thinking that there are barriers because you go through challenges today and tomorrow, those challenges are not barriers. They are opportunities. Turn them into opportunities. If you got denied a job because you were not the right person they were looking for, go and learn more about the specific job and be the right person they're looking for. Right now, we are in the COVID-19 pandemic, and the entire world has been shifted. And I would like to end my talk on this piece. The entire world has been shifted by COVID-19. COVID-19 have made a lot of us to press the pause button. The whole world has stopped. The economy has stopped. I listened to CNN and other big media outlets, and I hear about how great economies in the world are concerned about moving forward after COVID-19. The US, China, Great Britain, the UK, Germany. I mean, they're all concerned about how they're going to recover the economy post-COVID-19. Schools have stopped. The learning we thought we knew had stopped. But what did it do? It created another opportunity for learning. If there weren't COVID, I'm sure we all would have been in the same room and we all wouldn't have even uncovered how Zoom is so powerful, or how the internet is so powerful, that we can still achieve everything we want to achieve just by sitting at our respective houses. I want to challenge you today that what after COVID, what are you walking out of COVID with? Are you walking out of COVID the same? Did you add any knowledge to what you have today? Did you read a new book? Did you try your hands on some new technology? Did it give you the opportunity to sit down home and lock yourself in the room and think on how I am going to approach 2021? Instead of COVID setting us back, let COVID allow us to press the reset button. And folks, as we move forward as young people in wherever you are, whatever country you find yourself, whatever society you find yourself, whatever sector you find yourself, I want you to take this COVID-19 as an opportunity for you to be the agent of change. Change your society, change your community, change your church, change your family, change your nation. Your nation needs you. Whether they agree to it or not, whether they have come to the realization or not, whether they consider it or not, that it is inevitable. Your country needs you. Africa needs you. Make yourself what Africa needs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Mr. CJ. Thank you. I mean, you never. I mean, that's just a little taste for those who haven't heard from you before. But for me, I'm one of those you never stop inspiring. So whenever I listen to you, whenever I sit by you, and then there are a lot of things that really, really worth listening to. And today is just one day where you let out some of those things. Thank you so much for the time, and thank you so much for inspiring us again today. Um, I guess all of the fellows, they listen keenly, and then you set the premix from the very start, how they took the courage and were able to delve into what they are in today, and then making them to know that what they have learned is not a waste, rather it is a tools that will be helpful in shifting the agenda of Africa, because the energy Africa needs lie within the young people. That's for sure is true. I mean, when Africa say I'm rich, the first resource is its workforce, the young people, those who are able to turn those natural resources into usable goods. And Africa has the population. Fortunately, over 60% of the population of Africa are all young people. young people with so much potential and energy to transform the continent. But again, it comes with competency and the right people being placed in the right place. So if we want to brace ourselves, if we want to take charge of our continent, we are to prepare ourselves. I think that's exactly what you let us know today. So I'm very much grateful for that motivational talk and our inspired. And I guess everyone in here was as well. So we we dive into our next item on the agenda, uh, which is introduction of the guest speaker. So that will be done by me. So our guest speaker was born onto the union of Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins Dualu Yane Sr. in Liberia. Our guest speaker started and completed his childhood education in Liberia and later matriculated at the National American University in the United States of America and graduated in 2001, sorry, with a bachelor degree in business administration and marketing. Not being complacent, our guest speaker enrolled at Mary Catholic University, earning double master's degree in management and human resource management in 2004. Our guest speaker is a global certified development facilitator at the National Career Academic Coalition, an organization that partners with the Global Certified Development Fund and provide practitioners and learning organizations with assessments, business support services, and credentialing. Over his career span, our guest speaker served as workforce development consultant, administrator, and facilitator, and has taught over 100 plus business and strategic management courses at Ramsey College, National American University, Academic College, and currently Cardinal University Graduate School in Monrovia, Liberia. Besides teaching in the classroom, our guest speaker has contributed significantly to academia, serving as business coordinator and acting dean to the College of Business and Technology, the National American University, and Academic College, respectively. He also served as career development consultant for Project Pride and Living and in a Hennepin County Workforce Development Initiative, a triple career training program initiated by Project Pride in Living, Hennepin County, Nominated Community College. In 2010, our guest speaker was promoted to the college professorship, National American University. Our guest speaker expertise include strategic management, labor relations, training and development, and organizational performance. Our guest speaker is a former chief administrator at the Cresfield Corporation, a premium senior housing and healthcare consortium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. Our guest speaker served on the Capella University Students Advisory Board as board member emeritus and member of the board of the Liberia Higher Education Commission. Our guest speaker is the current president of the West African Management Development Institute, a sub-regional network of management scholars and development institutions based in Lagos, Nigeria. Our guest speaker for today is an educator and veteran technocrat. He is a strong advocate for youth development and empowerment, civic engagement, and lifelong learning. In 2018, our guest speaker was appointed by Her Excellency Dr. George Manawia, President of the Republic of Liberia, as a Director General at the Liberian Institute of Public Administration an institution that has had tremendous transformation in the direction of capacity development and consultancy, pardon me, especially for young people. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our astute guest speaker for today's commencement, Professor Alessandro B. Yande. Professor Yande, it's my kind pleasure to welcome you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
We cannot hear you, sir. You can go ahead. Thank you. It's perfect now. We're striving
Okay,
to.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I was just extending thanks and appreciation to the Executive Director of PYPP, Mr. Zize, for that brilliant motivational talk moment. Thank you, sir. Mr. Director General, Mr. Morris Sharif and staff, Young Professional Development Program, Africa, guests, stakeholders, graduating class, and well-wishers, ladies and gentlemen. I am very delighted to be here, having the opportunity to speak to the third cohort graduating class on the topic, enhancing professional development through youth participation and transformational leadership. I do want to register my deepest personal appreciation to the Director General, Mr. Morris Sharif, and the management team of the Young Professional Development Program, affording me the opportunity to share with you the concepts and theoretical applications of professional development through youth participation and transformational leadership. The question is how we are developing and engaging ourselves in such volatile environment where youth needs all tools and resources to develop and become contributing agent in our society. 68% of the 4.6 million strong Liberian population are youth. This population of the segment of our society needs the requisite training as we build a capable state. We cannot overemphasize the training needs. We must create an environment where learning occurs and opportunity to apply what is learned. Over decades of civil unrest, it has been a challenge to fully execute relevant programs that will be in alignment to workforce and professional development. However, plans have been worked along with government and stakeholders, including the YPDP, changing the ties. The approach is to support and work along with our youthful population as we re-examine generational change in our political, social environment. Our young population have the power to contribute significantly through learning and discipline. There is nothing as powerful as a well-disciplined mind. The ball starts with professional development. Professional development helped our youth continue to not only be competent, but also excel in all areas of delivery. This should be an ongoing process that continues throughout individual's path. As I mentioned earlier, that I'm delighted to be here today, mainly knowing that professional development ensures that knowledge and skills stay relevant and up to date. This is an opportunity for you today becoming a change agent tomorrow. Designing professional programs that target youth is key. Again, many thanks and appreciation to YPDP for its roles and meaningful program that directly affects its learners. Professional development with our youthful population enhances the legitimacy of youth work legally, socially, and politically. While much attention is paid to whether or not youth programs and services are high quality and achieving outcomes, Significantly, the review of skills, talents, and competencies is given to ensuring that the professionals who work directly with youth day to day also have the competencies they need to be effective. As fundamental institutional change and youth-driven initiative is being embarked upon, we are in the right direction, building a wholesome functioning society by enhancing professional development through curriculum at YPDP and other partners. Those relevant objectives in the learning format have led to the recognition of youth as constructive driving force. Professional development is a broad term that can refer to a variety of education, training, and support opportunities available to our youthful population. Professional development has existed for several decades among national youth organization and training center here in this country. However, professional development options have become increasingly diverse, reflecting the diverse path people take to become successful. Positive youth development builds on 5 C's. The 5 C's are competence, confidence, connection, caring, compassion, and character. The 6th C, contribution, is attained when a person has fully realized the 5 C's. A simple definition is that leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. Our obligation to society should be objective and goal-oriented. We are now embarking on holistic programs, setting the pace, producing new era for transformational leaders, again, many thanks to the Young Professional Development Program in such direction. It has been an effort and collaboration to prepare our youth for the task ahead. The Ministry of Labor and Youth and Sports, in collaboration with other stakeholders, have done a lot of work in the past and present, conducting assessment among the youth to ascertain the viability to initiate a structured job creation project, learning capabilities by making solid gains in addressing their situation. The government have been proactive with programs to the greater percentage of our country's population. And even on the flip side of it, we have embarked upon the Youth National Plan, which focuses on employment and empowerment. How do we get there is if our national plan includes employment services and empowerment. Enhancing professional development remains paramount. It goes without saying, however, that no degree of focus on employment and empowerment can result into any positive dividends if not tied in with focus on education and training and development. We must promote and ensure equal access to quality education, skills training at all levels for Liberian youth. Our Minister of Education and the Minister of Youth and Sports have been champion of our agenda on education, youth training, and empowerment. Our national agenda also lays out strategic objective of providing youth with a wide range of vocational adaptable employment, opportunity, and life skills to enable youth in Liberia to find and retain gainful employment and sustainable livelihood without any form of discrimination. Let us all extend thanks by joining the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. George Manawia, for his unflinching support for championing our youth agenda. We must seek the roadmap to ensure that those goals that are achievable and objectives to achieve them do not elude us. Even though youth development may be considered from different perspectives, it is simply a process of capacitating young people to become productive citizens. For a country like ours that has undergone turbulent times, the issue of youth development has become not only uncompromising, but a national obligation. Therefore, both the government and private sectors are placing the issue of youth professional development at the core of its program and project across this country. YPDP, I hope, in its strategic mission, set all those criteria in meeting the needs of training and molding the minds of our young people becoming useful citizens. While the Young Professional Development Program and its management must be held for its program, our commitment now as stakeholders must now attract the attention of us all. Realizing that the young people are no doubt the engine for national development and being cognizant of the fact that professional development is the way to rekindle the mind and create an enabling environment for development. The Government of Liberia Prosperity Plan, PAPD, addresses the need to train and develop our youth as one of the pillars talk about power to the people, job creation and the economy, etc. Again, our goals are achievable to create change agents. Today, we are here reaching this far because of the initiative Preparing You. If we continue with this trend of developing youth with the requisite skills to become serviceable to the people, we are on the right trajectory. Our young people of Liberia need to take advantage of learning opportunities for future betterment, other than being lured into acts and vices to impede their own development progress. For those of you who are now graduating, this is a milestone for us all as we look into your direction, making significant contributions in society. The growth and development of the young people indeed requires collaborative efforts, and not only the government with international partners, but the ball starts with ourselves. The key concepts here is to build consensus and leadership. Leadership, as you may be aware, is an integral part of any nation or organization's success. Various aspects of a youth life require the knowledge and quality of leadership. Leadership entails doing the right thing and being ethical. In the wake of increasing demand for high quality leadership skills, transformational leadership has been identified to be key. Transformational leaderships tend to ensure the entire team achieve its all-round objective and ensure also the individual goals are also met for national growth. A transformational leader possesses the quality of building a good vision and stays committed towards success. Such a leader continues to motivate followers as well as ensure that they are always encouraged to support the agenda. Transformational leaders are tasked with changing the culture of doing business and running teams and hence facilitate the ideas of innovation. Key predictors of transformational leaders include aspects of personality, self-concept, as well as social context. Transformational leaders is characterized by a desirable set of behavior that stimulate, inspire, and motivate others. As the challenge grows for youth participation and leadership, youth should be meaningfully involved in civic engagement. Liberia have witnessed in the past the stalling of programs and youth initiatives. Today, we are championing a new course. This population needs transformation to lead through goal setting, problem solving, relationship building, communicating, and self-awareness. I will again encourage you to start the process of engaging your thought process and ask what commitment that will be implemented and valuable for nation building. We at the Liberian Institute for Public Administration have designed and tailored programs. The government of Liberia have youth programs, creating a think tank for the consortium of knowledge management, which is necessary. We at LIPA are open to collaborating with the YPDP, making sure we are closing the gap on preparing future leaders. We look forward to more participatory initiatives that will develop the skills of our youth. My philosophical orientation is an orientation of lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is a continuing process that creates pathway for the mind of discipline and national building. Today, I will challenge you to begin a new chapter in your life, a chapter that looks at issues from a creative and objective point of view. If we want to be more successful, building a society that is engaging with opportunities and accountability, today is the day to move in that direction. Your quest as we remain forces to enhance professional development through participation, you must firstly assess the various needs and tap into it, be it civic engagement, organization development, leadership, governance, etc. This is important as we speak regarding national agenda and globalization. Africa's future is its youth. Liberia's future is its youth. According to the World Bank, with nearly 60% of Africa's 1.2 billion population under the age of 35, today youth face an unprecedented challenge to create and sustain meaningful change in their communities, countries, and across the globe. Empowering and investing in tomorrow's leader is a powerful way to generational transition. Thank you to the staff and facilitator at YPD, to the stakeholder also for support to the family and friends that supported this venture. Congratulations to the graduating class. This is a meaningful task as you walk out today. Think big, dream big, because you are now a member of a learning class that have prepared to make significant contributions in society. My advice that I leave with you today is to tell you of our society and the three types of personalities. Number one, there are people who sit and wait for change to occur. Number two, people who accept change as it occurs with no question. However, the third category